to all Gooners fans around the world. Hi to all football enthusiasts all around the world. The Arsenal Alchemy wishes each and every single one of you a Merry, Merry Christmas. You are most welcome to this Christmas edition of the Arsenal Alchemy, and I am happy to give you a rundown of the game against Crystal Palace on Tuesday. But it's gonna be a Christmas special, nothing too long, just brief. I made this post just to wish wish everybody that has supported this channel, everybody that has viewed my video, everybody that has liked, everybody that has subscribed, and even those that are yet to do it. I am wishing you guys season's greetings. We are happy it's Christmas. I come from a home that is very, very Christmas oriented, and we are celebrating it to the max. So, once again, Merry Christmas to everybody. So, we start up with the game against Crystal Palace on Tuesday night. Um, I've seen a lot of people criticizing Mikel Arteta. It's like there is nothing he does that satisfies some fans. You know, this manager is top of the league, he's top of the Champions League, he's gotten us to the semi final of the EFL Cup, the Carabao Cup. And a lot of fans are still not satisfied. Sometimes when I watch some of the other podcasts, you can see how disgruntled a lot of people are. You read the comment sections of some of this podcasts. You see how disgruntled some people are, even calling for Mikel Arteta to be sacked. As outrageous and as terrible as that sounds, it's true. People are actually calling for Mikel Arteta to be sacked. Last season, we came second in the league after being ravaged by injury. We had a terrible injury. We had about 10, 11 players injured at one time, and the remaining players that were playing were played and ran to the ground because of too much game time and lack of rest. This season, we decided to address that problem and buy enough um, players to complement our squad depth to, give us a chance to compete on all fronts in all competition. And I think Mikel Arteta is doing a great work. He's doing a great job. I'm not even gonna lie. Yes, as a fan, I have been frustrated with some of his decisions, especially his in-game management sometimes. But lately, look at the results in the Champions League. We are the only team that has taken maximum points so far. 6 out of 6. That is hugely impressive. We beat the almighty Real Madrid. We beat the almighty Bayern Munich, and we beat the almighty tactically minded Atletico Madrid. And all those winnings were convincing wins. It's not like it's a one goal win. It's not like it's a win we just scraped through. We played convincingly and we won convincingly in these games. Now in the Premier League, it's another matter. While we are still top of the league, our goal contribution has dried up somewhat, and that has to do with us playing EPL teams in a very different way. The EPL teams, I don't know, but I've noticed that the way they play us is different from the way they play other teams. It's different from the way they play Manchester City. It's different from the way they play Liverpool. It's different from the way they play Aston Villa. They play us differently because they respect us too much. So when they come to our home, they stay back. They play back and let us come to them and they hit us on the counter. That is the blueprint to winning us. That is the blueprint to playing us. Now, it's not surprised that on Tuesday, that was exactly what Crystal Palace did. That was exactly what Crystal Palace did. But the first half of that game, how we didn't score at least 2, 3 goals is beyond me. We battered them. We did everything perfectly except score. Martinelli was cooking on the left side. He was unplayable that night. He was unplayable. He dribbled. He took very, very good decisions. Till he got a knock and he was substituted in the early stages of the second half. But that first half performance is what we want from Martinelli. He provided chances for Gabriel Jesus. He provided for Uren Timber. He provided for Noni Madueke. That first half, we should have been at least 2 goals up. Despite the fact that we made 8 changes to the previous lineup. 8 changes. And we were playing a Crystal Palace that hardly made any change. We were playing a Crystal Palace that is an established Premier League team. We're playing a Crystal Palace that is good in cup games. Don't forget they're the FA Cup winners. We're playing a Crystal Palace that is very physical and very, very good defensively. They have a very good team. They have the likes of Mateta. They have our former boy Edin Ketia. They have the other guy Hughes. They have Minos. They have some. Then the new boy Watson. They have some very, very good players. So, and we still made 8 changes. We started really, really, really well. But somehow their keeper was saving everything. I think we made it easier for him to save, to be honest. I don't think he pulled off any, apart from the Gabriel Jesus header, I don't think he pulled off any great save like that. But, I'm going to give credit to him. He saved them nonetheless. Second half, Crystal Palace came out small to play. I think that was always a game plan. Anybody playing us. So they came out a bit to play. But it was we that got the breakthrough. It was an own goal from Lacroix. And we were very happy. We thought that game was wrapped up. Only for a set piece goal deep, deep into extra time. And they equalized through Matt Gahey. And the weird thing is he scored that equalizer and he didn't celebrate. So there was all this talk about maybe he's not celebrating because he's already in talks to join Arsenal. But I don't see that happening. I don't see us buying any defender. I don't see us buying anybody in this January window. I don't see it whatsoever. We spent a lot. In fact, we are having a lot of player excesses. A lot of players are starting to get disgruntled because they're not playing. People like Ethan Waneri, they're not happy they're not playing. I think he should have contributed in that game. I think he should have been the one coming in for Eze when Eze was substituted instead of Odegaard. But that's a story for another day. So the game obviously went into penalty kick, and we won that penalty shootout by 8-7. It was about 14 fantastic, emphatic penalty kicks from both players, from the players from both sides. Just the last one, and it was the guy that scored the own goal, the Lacroix guy. And it was, I felt his pain. He felt they didn't deserve to lose like that. But I think overall we deserved to go through. I felt we deserved to go through. I felt we were the better team. Looking at that first half performance, I don't think there was I don't think there was any doubt that we deserved to go through in that game. Um, Kudos to some of the players. Kudos to Calafiori. He moved to centre back and he played really, really well. Kudos to Nogard. Nogard filled in that number 6 spot, and Nogard was stainless. He was fantastic. This was a big revelation this season because it seemed like the coach didn't trust Nogard in games. You could see how we use Zubimendi. We had to use him for almost every game. But Nogard came in and answered the critics. He answered the coach. Whatever doubt the coach had, he answered it. This guy is a fantastic footballer. I've always known he's a good footballer, and he showed it. Maybe in the early stages when he struggled, he was trying to adapt to the team. He came to a new team, new philosophy, new playing style, new ideologies, new targets. In Brentford, there was nothing. It was just to stay up. But in Arsenal, you're playing for the title. So you have to be at your best at all times. So he came, and I'm sure he has learned everything he needs to learn about the football club he's at now. And he has adjusted his game accordingly. And to me, he gave a fantastic performance. And I hope moving forward, we can rotate him and Martin Zubimendi. Another person I'm going to give kudos in that game was Martinelli. Before he got his knock, this is what we expected from Martinelli. This is kind of games. This is the kind of pressure we want him to put on opponents. This is the kind of take-ons we want him to do. At a point, they had to even double on him. And even with that, he was still beating and making successful crosses. His crosses were so dangerous that Crystal Palace refused to move forward. They committed more men at the back. This is what we wanted. His performance was, if he had played the whole 90 minutes, he would have been the man of the match to me, but he didn't. But this was a flawless performance from him. Well done. Now, Gabriel Jesus played the 9, and though he didn't score, but we can see this guy is coming to full fitness. We cannot say that enough. We cannot emphasize how important he is for us going in the future this season. He can always contribute. He can always chip in as a sub, come in when the game is tough and change the game. He definitely has a capability. He's an all-round player. He can play midfield. He can play 9. And don't forget, he can play 11. So he came. He did his best. He didn't score. He came very close. But I was very happy with his performance. And even he was so good that we didn't even need to bring Victor Gyökeres to the game. So, like I said, we qualified for the semi-final. We're going to play Chelsea. I think sometime in mid-January. Sorry, I don't want to take us back. In mid-January, and it promises to be a great game. I was looking forward to Chelsea. Really, I want us to test our mettle with Chelsea. Chelsea in particular. Chelsea is always up when it's for big games. They always show up for it. They are tough to beat, especially if you're a bigger team. They are tough to beat. So I want to test this team with the likes of the Chelseas. So I was very happy. It was Chelsea we're meeting, So we're gonna play Chelsea, and hopefully over 2 legs we prevail and get into the final. And, like I said, we should take it easy on the coach. To me, I believe this season the coach is doing a fantastic job. Yes, the goals have dried up a bit, but we are still winning. We are still top of the league in Christmas. It's a very, very special Christmas. It's a very, very Arsenal Christmas. And hopefully, this time around, the third time we're going to be on top on Christmas Day, the third time in 4 years. And hopefully, we make it all the way to May and lift that EPL trophy. That is what this is all about. Top in Christmas, lift the trophy in May. This is what it's all about. This is why we support this club, because we know it's in the DNA of this club. We just have to rediscover it. We have to rediscover it. For a club like this not to have won a league title in 21 years, it is very, very shameful, to say the least. It is very, very, very shameful, to say the least. You know, and I still believe we can go back and win it if we manage each game as it comes. The bedrock of our game is defensive solidity. If we can maintain that, and if our strikers can wake up, I'm talking of the likes of Gyökeres, the likes of um, Havertz, whom is back, which is good, Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Trossard. If they can wake up, we can do this thing. Now, that will be all for today. I just want to wish everybody a fun-filled Christmas. I hope you tell your loved ones you love them. And if you're not an Arsenal supporter, if you don't have a club to support in the EPL, look for the Arsenal Alchemy. Come to us. We will teach you everything about Arsenal. We will make your time with us worthwhile. And until next time, is have a merry, merry Christmas. Goodbye.